Rains did come, and Isa got back to school. But in this area, with little rain and too many cows and goats, the grass hardly gets a chance to grow back here. So it was only a matter of time before his father would send him, with his brother, back into the hills to graze the herds there. But do you remember that handful of seed that was thrown into the dead thorn scrub? Well, it had grown wonderfully during the first rains. Protected by the thorn from cattle and goats, the nutrients from the decomposing tree and the spring rains had turned it into a tiny paradise. And one day, while out herding with his father, Isa came upon this little paradise. Isa suddenly realized that this must have grown from the seeds that he threw here before the rains. Excitedly, Isa calls his father and tells him about the seeds and what had happened. His father did not believe Isa. Not much can grow out here anymore. So instead, he called his goats that were hungry and sent them to this tiny patch of green. Isa was very disappointed about all this, for he understood that the grasslands could grow here once again, if only given a chance. And so started Isa's secret experiment. During the course of the following weeks, Isa worked hard, and he was determined to prove to his father in the end that if they looked after this land properly, things could actually fully regrow here. He even traded his own goat for seeds, the goat that was given to him by father for his last birthday. And he borrowed Mother's only bucket to catch rainwater. And today, Father was waiting at the gate again to count the returning goats. Mika was out with the cattle. One goat was missing. Mother was missing a bucket, too. It was time to confess. So he led them to his experiment. At first, his parents didn't understand. What was this? But when Isa explained what he'd done, his parents were extremely proud of what he had achieved. So proud and convinced, in fact, that the same day Father and Isa went straight to the village office to discuss this experiment further. With all the family and neighbours helping, they could begin a full-scale reclamation of the area around the Shamba. They could sell off some of the cattle and goats. They could convert a few acres every year. And that way they could stay there where their ancestors were buried and still lead a good life. Isa was one happy boy. It would take a lot of time and effort indeed for the grasslands to grow back again. And most importantly, they'd need some help too from the government and specialized NGOs who can help to reclaim and rehabilitate big patches of land and implement new farming practices, enough for everybody. It would certainly change their lives for the better.
Sente, tall and precious trees, my Africa. Care for them for years, mahogany and ebony. I care for them. Just leave it to me. I'll be your superhero.
I might be small today, but
I'll stand up for it tomorrow.
I might be small today, but
I'll be your superhero.
I might be small today, but
I'll stand up for it tomorrow.
I might be small today, but
A wizard. Oh, I wish I were my Africa, for us all to share. This land belongs to us all, humans and wildlife after all. I'll be your superhero.
I might be small today, but
I'll stand up for it tomorrow.
I might be small today, but
I'll be your superhero.
I might be small today, but
I'll stand up for it tomorrow.
I might be small today, but
I beg you, oh my magic wand, return that lovely green back in the grassland. Why should we stick to thirst and sorrow? Africa's drying out for the wind to blow. I'll be your superhero.
I might be small today, but
And I'll stand up for it tomorrow.
I might be small today, but
I'll be your superhero.
I might be small today, but